it's, you know, kind of cute and fancy. You've got a decent sized TV, which I think will pull out and move around for you, but it's also secured for when you're in transit. You've got a radio there, you've got some hookups.
Wasn't there some outdoor speakers as well?
Yeah, there is outdoor speakers. But what I don't see is, oh yeah, here you go. Here's your USB port so that you can, because I mean really, not a lot of people are using radios and things anymore. But you can hook your iPod up or whatever. More storage. And these are pretty solid cabinets. Okay, so when we move around here, I thought this was kind of nice. First of all, you've got some carpet. They do call it residential grade carpet. I don't know about you, but if you've ever bought carpet at the carpet store, there's some really varying levels in residential. So I believe it does have an underpad in it, but it's not really very thick and plush. But do you need that in your RV? Because I find carpet in my RV is just another thing I'm constantly trying to keep clean. So it wouldn't hurt me if there was no carpet. Some good underneath storage and a nice little lit spot too. So I think that's just a nice feature. I really like the fabric on these seats, and they seem quite comfortable to sit on. If you notice underneath, these are plywood, and you can lift them to get into that storage as well. Way underneath is some more storage with a sliding door. So they really have utilized all the space under this dinette for storage. The table, I want to talk about this table because I'm not used to a freestanding type of table. I'm used to the one, you know, with the posts into the floor and you have to remove the posts. I thought this would be really flimsy and no good, but it's pretty solid, and you can move this table around. You can turn it if you want, and it fits well. You can take it outside, you can move it over here. So I do see the benefit in this table. Also, you've got the same similar countertop in that there's no seams, so this table's not going to get wet and break apart on you. So we're going to figure out how to collapse it and make this into a bed, and I'll show you that. Lighting's pretty good, kind of decorative and cute. These are decent sized windows. They could be bigger. I always like bigger windows. The bigger, the more windows, the better. But this is pretty decent. Not so sure I like these. The jury's still out for me on these blinds. I mean, they do a good job. They seem kind of sturdy when you're pushing and pulling on them, but they also seem like they're for sure going to fall apart.
You know what I mean?
Because let your kids
really cool
work on those blinds a few times and they might not go up quite
careful with them, they're probably fine.
I think these are adult blinds. I don't think children should be operating the blinds because they're gonna get broken. So, shall we move over to the couch?
Oh, that's cool.
So this would be your living room couch area, which is also going to make down into a bed. And you know, you've got a really good sized window. I find this pretty comfortable to sit on. The fabric is nice. It's meant to be like leather, but I know it's not really leather. But, you know, which is probably, again, a better feature for camping. It's an interesting location to me is when you walk in the door, you see the couch. But if you want people out of the way while you're cooking and prepping and doing things, this is a good spot. It's directly facing the TV. It's a good spot for that. You know, and you can seat a lot of people in that dinette. And this slide is rated to hold a good 1,000 pounds or so in that slide. This will be another bed as well. So when you think about it, you can sleep 2 in the bedroom, probably 1 or 2 here and 1 or 2 there, depending on the size of the people. So 6 if you're not too big, because this is pretty short and that's pretty narrow. But you could do it. Come on in. We're going to going to check out the bedroom in this unit. This is a bit of a tight space, I have to say, but it's kind of what you'd expect. This isn't that huge of a trailer. You could pull this probably with a half-ton, check that to be sure, but it's a decent space. I mean, is this a comfortable bed? Well, I don't know. It's not too bad. It really isn't too bad. But what's important for you to know is that this is a real queen. A lot of RVs will call a bed a queen or a king because of how wide it is, but then they cut it off. So all of the Coachman trailers do have real-sized mattresses.
So if you didn't like this mattress, you could just buy a residential mattress.
You could
replace
just
it with
switch it
whatever you
out
want.
and put it in. The curve here doesn't bother me at all. The lighting's kind of cute. You've got speakers. You've got some storage. First of all, mirrored. It's good to have a mirror. It's pretty deep. The storage is pretty deep, so there are rungs in there for hanging. Again, that's a pretty solid door closer. So more storage up here. And you've got USB charging, electrical, furnace ducting, all down here. You have, up at the top, you have your vent, so that is going to circulate air in this room, and you've got AC ducting, so when you close your door, all of the AC and furnace is not just staying out there, you're going to have it in here. So you got a couple of windows, again, a little bit small. I'm not really into this stuff, but whatever, it's okay. So this has a sliding door on it. It's not a super high quality door or anything, kind of flimsy, but it's in a nice track, which is hidden. It slides back and forth, and it has a latch to keep it in place when you're in transit. So, you know, it's pretty decent. I mean, you could have things like curtains. So I think any kind of door is better than a curtain. So one thing that's a big issue for pretty much all RVers, and if you're new at it, you may not even notice, but you will after you've been in your RV for a little while, is the storage issue. So I'm not loving the cabinetry drawer options here, but I do want to say that this is a great pantry. They're deep, which I don't like because you got to climb in. I can't reach things in the back, they're so deep. But you can put some baskets or things in. It's really nice when they have rollers on pullouts, but this particular model doesn't have that. But it does have two of these pantries. So, can you get in there? It's pretty dark. So that's the storage there. And I showed you the storage in the bathroom. There's storage here. There's storage all under here. There's storage under this bed. And then you saw the storage in the bedroom.
Pass-through.
And yes, the pass-through storage underneath. And there's more up here. Again, who the heck can get anything out of there? I don't know. But if you climb up on the couch.
If you're, say, over 5 feet, it's not a problem.
Just put all the stuff you rarely use up there. So going back to this couch, it does make into a bed, so I'm just going to show you how easy that is, because I'm not very tough and I really don't like to get my fingers pinched or really do any of that kind of thing. But this is super easy to do. It's just a lift and fold down. And so here's the thing about these beds, that if you're looking at other RVs, you really do want to pay attention to it. Sometimes the seams and the cushions, when you put them down, don't come together completely, and then that's not a very comfortable sleep for whoever's here. This one comes together completely. Okay, so I wouldn't put my brother-in-law in here, would you?
No.
What is he,
6'2".
Yeah, he's 6'2", and I'm just about 5 feet, so he would not like to sleep on this. But I fit fine, so it'd be good for the kids. And let's put it back up, which is a little tougher. I think I might need 2 hands for that. There we go. So it really does go back and forth.
It does fairly easy,
I
yeah.
think this is a good bed. Okay, so we're going to show you how to take this table that can move all around, or even go outside if you want, but if you're going to bring it inside, flash the bottom. It's the standard type of RV table that's going to sit down in here to make your bed, but we weren't sure how to do it. There's a little yellow button here. So you're going to pull on that button, hold your seat in place, and then it folds down. So really it is quite simple. Then
You would probably do it in place,
you
actually.
probably could do that.
And then
in
it would just
place.
fall down into the right spot.
Let's just try lifting it a little bit. Yeah.
I need to move this.
Cushion. Oops.
There we go.
Okay, so then,
I do believe there's an easier way. Like if you
yeah.
did it in place, it would just fall down into that
These
spot.
cushions are nicely velcroed quite strongly back here. And they would move into place. Oh, maybe it's those cushions.
Yeah.
Yeah, see those will fit right in there.
And then you could leave those end ones on.
Depending on whether you need the headroom or not.
But it's actually a fairly long bed, especially if you take those ends off.
Let's just see. Would my brother-in-law be able to sleep here?
Yeah, probably.
He probably would.
Yeah.
He could even fit my sister-in-law in here.
For a tight squeeze.
So, I don't know if I like this sticking out here.
Right.
Because I'm sure somebody's kid's going to stand on it and jump. But
Right.
really, the cushions fit properly. They fit in everywhere. It was simple to do. Good Velcro on the back. I think this is a pretty decent bed. It's 5,500 pounds. The cargo carrying capacity 1,415, but you have to include your water in that. The actual length is closer to 28 feet, and
With
that's
the hitch.
including the hitch. So you get more like about 25 feet of living space. The tanks, your freshwater tank is 49 gallons, your gray at 33, and your black at 33. Not the best.
If you're boondocking.
If you're boondocking, it's not the best. I've seen better. If you're only boondocking for a night or so,
Yeah.
you can manage, but then you're going to be needing to fill up and drain. I mean, if you're using it similar to what you'd use at home, obviously you need to be doing some water conservation. But if you want to have a shower, you're going to run out of water.
Could always go with
So, let's see, what else? Oh, so I wanted to mention that there is insulated ducting around those tanks in the floor, 2-inch insulated ducting, so that helps to keep things warm when you're in cold weather and out there. But this is a really sturdy trailer. The more we've been in it and the more we sat in it, there's lots of people in here coming in and out in this RV show. The floors don't sag or bend. They have an aluminum framing in them, and then the laminated layers with the insulation. It seems really sturdy and strong. So we like that about it.
25 feet.
Hot water tank is a 6-gallon that recovers at about 18 gallons per hour. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Three cycles an hour.
yeah, so that's how it's. I think that's a fairly standard number across the board. This trailer is also green certified. So what does that mean? You can look that up. There are certain checklists and things they have to go through to attain that green certification, which means less OSB and things like that. And I think they've done really well on that. So these are our final thoughts on the Coachman 24/8 RBS. We had likes and dislikes on it, and I think what's important to know is those are just our personal preferences, and everybody has their own based on whatever your priorities are. So, you know, watch the review and decide what's important to you. These are just ours. What did you like?
I like the fact that it had a wide stance axle system. I like that it had 4 electric jacks for leveling. Yeah, I like that it had rock guard for protection on the front. What about you?
Well, I thought that the general construction on this trailer was pretty good, and so they worked hard on the technologies that they used for this, so I was happy with that. I also liked the huge bathroom. It's nice to fit in there and be able to do stuff in there, so I really liked that. I also like the fact that this trailer could be pulled with a smaller truck, and I think that's important when people are thinking about budget and what they want to use it for. So I think that brought good value.
Yeah.
What did you dislike?
Dislikes, nothing huge, but the fact that the valves are not insulated, the fact that the tanks are smaller than average, I think that could be a problem for boondocking.
Okay. I think my biggest dislikes about this trailer are around countertop space. I didn't feel like the kitchen had nearly enough countertop space for me, and then the fact that it didn't have a cutting board in the sink itself just made that worse. And of course I didn't like the bathroom vanity either. It was just too small for me.
Right.
So overall, I think this is a good weekend or short vacation trailer.
Yeah, I think it could be used long term.
Mm-hmm.
It has everything you need as long as you're connected to services.
Right.
I think it has everything you need for long term.
Good for couples or a single person or grandparents that want to bring the grandkids along occasionally. I don't think it's a really great trailer for
a big family.
Yeah, but it's good. There's enough sleeping room for guests, so it was good for that. So do you think size matters on this one?
Maybe if you're boondocking, the size of the tanks might matter. Overall, I guess the weight of it allows you to pull it with a smaller vehicle, so size could matter there.
Right.
What do you think?
I don't think it's that big of a deal. Yeah.
Size of the vanities.
But I don't think it's that big of a deal on this trailer.
Yeah.
So I would say if this is the trailer for you, go for it. It's a good trailer, and if you're still waffling, don't let it hold you back. This is a good trailer. Hitch up.